This video will walk through the process of creating a new league in the Gallus Events software. So here we are in the Gallus admin dashboard. I'm going to click on Events, which will take me to a listing page with all of the events that I've already created. Now, this video is talking about creating a brand new one, so I'm going to hit Create Event in the top right, which will show me all of the options to create an event. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do here is change the event type field from a tournament to a league. That's going to change the options down below so that you're actually setting up the right type of event, and it's going to have an effect all the way down the line through the event there. So first we're going to set up an event name. This is the name of the league. It's going to show up on various print materials and also like the leaderboards and things of that nature as well. So maybe I'll call it the Thursday Night Women's League. Next, I'm going to select the type of field that I want. Now, this field is going to apply to every week of the league. I'll be able to change the scoring formats, but only to the scoring formats that are available for the field type that I have selected here on this page. So what I mean by that is you can either do a team, an individual, or a team and individual style of scoring. Let me go through them one at a time. Team fields have the options of a scramble, a 1, 2, or 3 best ball, and an alternate shot. And of course you can do gross, net, or both types of scoring throughout. It's up to you there. Individual scoring formats have a stroke, a modified Stableford, or a match play. Stableford allows you to update the point values for each type of score. So for instance, like if I wanted to give someone a 5-point boost for 1 under par, and then a 10-point boost for 2, so on and so forth, I could go in and adjust that accordingly. And finally, I could set up a match play for the individual. Lastly, for team and individual, you can do any of the best ball, 1, 2, or 3 best ball out of the group, along with either a stroke or, again, a Stableford where you adjust the points. Now, one thing I want to mention as well is for net scoring formats, we have this handicap allowance field. What this means is it's going to apply a set calculation to everybody's course handicap in the entire field. So for instance, like if I had an 80% allowance and put it in here, and then I had a team that had a 10 handicap inputted as their course handicap for the round, it's going to apply that calculation, and then they will get 8 strokes applied to their scorecard. So it's a way of basically leveling the playing field, squishing down those handicaps, and making sure that nobody is really like padding their score by giving you a super high handicap. Or if you want to just not mess with that, you can always, of course, keep it at 100, and that'll just line up with the course handicap value that you input. So let's set up a league that's a scramble. Maybe we want to do it as a gross, and I also want to do points with a season-long leaderboard. So a season-long leaderboard, think of it almost like as a FedEx Cup style of scoring, where every week you're of course going to have a leaderboard of first, second, third, so on and so forth. You can give them points towards their season-long total, and we will have a separate season-long leaderboard that is showing just those points that have been accumulated. So one week I might do really well, my team might do really well and get 500 points or whatever you set it at. But then another week we might do really poorly and we get like 12th place, so then we get 75 points. It's all going to average out, of course, over the entirety of the season, and then it's just another additional scoring format that you can do. And of course, the other option, if you don't want to do this, you can just leave this box unchecked, and it won't do that calculation for you. Now we're going to add our rounds. So you have 2 options to add rounds. You can either automatically generate them based off of a start date and an end date, meaning like I could say my league starts on Tuesday, January 10th, and maybe it ends on a Tuesday. Well, actually, bad example. This is a Thursday night, so maybe it's Thursday, January 12th, and then it ends on Thursday, April 13th. I can come in here and set my default course, set the default tee box as well, and then whether I want them all to be shotgun or tee time starts. And if I hit add weekly, it'll automatically generate all of my rounds. Now the other option that you could do is you could hit add single. This is going to allow you to control the details of it for each week. It's of course a little more data entry, but if you have different formats going on each week, this is probably going to be the way to go, because you notice that there's actually a format selection box here. It's of course only showing me the team formats because I have that selected up top, but on each round I can change the format. There is a way, just to call out, if you did this automatically and you generated it and everyone's a scramble, but you want to go in and edit specific ones to be different, later on, once the event's created, you can go in and edit rounds. We have a different video that details all of those steps, so be sure to check that out on our YouTube page or our knowledge base. So for adding singles, getting back to that, we can go in and add a specific date. So maybe I want to do one more week. I want to do the 20th of April. I can set my start time. I can set a specific course. So maybe this one we want to do it on Augusta. We want to have the default tee to be the member tee, and this one actually should be a one best ball with net scoring. Then you can come in and you can input all that, set up your start type, and hit add, and then that will add it in the list as well. So once you're happy with the rounds that you have created, you can come down and you can finish up on the setup of your league. The display name format controls how the names display on the leaderboards and a couple of print materials as well. So if you're a coordinator that really likes to have like last name, first name display or something like that, you can go in and you can select from this option, kind of like a nitpicky thing that you can go in and do. You can also upload logos if you'd like. Those will display on leaderboards and the scorecard exports if you want to do that, and a couple other things as well. If you don't upload logos, we'll default to have no sponsor logo, but the logo itself will be the app's logo. So you have an option there to do whatever you like there. And then the rules section displays on another print material that we provide for you, which is like a player handout. That's going to give them instructions on how to keep score in the app, what the details are for the day or the league, and you can just remind them of the scoring format and all of that stuff if you'd like. Or you can leave it empty. Up to you, either way. So lastly, we're going to hit continue here. That's going to actually save the work that we've done. So super important that you click continue at the bottom. And now here we are on the checklist page. So this is where I'm going to leave you. We do have videos that detail how to actually input your league roster and manage on a round-to-round basis and things of that nature too. So be sure to check that out. You can always go to our knowledge base at support.gallusgolf.com. If you have specific questions on this setup that maybe I didn't answer in this video, you can always give us a call at 888-426-8124 extension 2, or if it's easier, you can shoot us an email at support@gallusgolf.com, or if you're on any page with a gallusgolf.com domain, there's probably a little chat box in the bottom left or right corner of the page. You can use that too to just chat with us real quick. So whatever way works best for you. Thanks so much for watching this video, and hope you have a great rest of your day.